And it's a very good morning on the 15th of July, 2026. And welcome to another video of the Federal Alliance of Southern Africa. You know what, I'll be honest with you, I said I'm going to look at something on Monday and I completely forgot about what I was going to look at. And then I looked at the executive orders that I still got to work through, and I decided to continue with that because there are quite a few executive orders which we are calling executive orders at this particular junction in time, simply because we need to take a stand when the time comes and make our points go through immediately and decisively and without any other further argument. So let's have some coffee and get this morning's talk on the road. The first one we're going to have a look at this morning is a short one, and it's a very simple one. And it's the repeal of race-based laws and promotion of equal opportunity. Let me say that again. The repeal of race-based laws and promotion of equal opportunity. Race-based laws and policies have historically created a divided and unequal society, undermining the role of the productive minority in the economy and deepening social divisions. What the people of South Africa do not understand is this one term. And I'm speaking explicitly to Black South Africans and colored South Africans. Those of you who are 35 years old and younger, as a matter of fact, let's say 35 and younger, you have no idea what apartheid was. You have no idea what it means to live in a first world country. You have no idea. You think of apartheid as this big bad thing that took place in South Africa. Apartheid was simply self-determination. However, the way it was done was through total control. That was the wrong thing. That was the wrong thing. And yes, there wasn't equal opportunity for people to work, but there was work. And everything worked. Transport worked, trains worked, buses worked, your water, your electricity, your housing, everything worked. Education worked, everything worked. And people thrived, and the country was clean. Look at what we have today. I say to many African people, you struggled for freedom. And they all agree, yes, we struggled for freedom. I said, well, now you are free to struggle. Let that sink in for a bit. Now you are free to struggle. And that's what people don't get. And you are free to struggle because of race-based laws. You are free to struggle because of a total corrupt government. So anybody under the age of 35, concerning this country, you need to shut up because you don't know what you're talking about. You've got no idea. Race-based laws killed this country. But thank God we're going to pick it up again. So let me just read that intro statement. Race-based laws and policies have historically created a divided and unequal society, undermining the role of the productive minority in the economy and deepening social divisions. The new government is committed to ensuring equal rights for all citizens, regardless of race or ethnicity, and to creating a fair and just society where all people can thrive based on merit and opportunity. Where all people can thrive based on merit and opportunity. Whose profile picture is that? Daai profielfoto kom die hele tyd op en dan weet ek nou nie wie is dit op nie. Die ander wat opgekom het is die stel. Good morning. Type in there good morning. This Facebook is it's got some weird algorithm. A lot of people want to say good morning, but they can't. Because I think Facebook allows like 25 people to say good morning. I've went through Facebook trying to resurrect the public comments, but I'll tell you what, I'm not getting it right. In any case, it is imperative to repeal discriminatory laws that disproportionately affect minority groups and implement policies that foster inclusion and equal opportunity for all citizens. Sure, Africa is in charge at this moment, but are you still struggling? Are you still poor? Do you still struggle with electricity, water, and housing? Do you continue to live in shacks with diseases and stuff that are rampant? Are you happy in the winter? Are you happy with that peanuts that you are making at this particular moment in time? Are you happy with the illegal immigrants taking your jobs? You see, we cannot get decent companies into this country because of race-based laws. Companies realize that you cannot employ somebody that's got 30%. A person that has a pass mark of 30% is a total failure. That's the bottom line. A pass mark of 30%, and we'll get to education later, but a pass mark of 30% is a total failure. Let that sink in. Section number 1, the repeal of discriminatory race-based laws. Immediate repeal, day 1, of race-based legislation. All race-based laws and discriminatory policies will be immediately repealed. This includes the repeal of laws that restrict economic opportunity, access to housing, education, and employment based on race. Did you know that black and white only came in the 90s? Did you know that? The black and white thing. We are black and you are white. Yes, in the 70s and the 60s, there were riots in America and those places concerning race. But the colors, the dividing colors of black and white just never existed. If I have to see a genuine white man that's like white, right? Let me get a piece of white here. That's white, okay? If I have to see a white man, I'll run. Ek sal hardloop, papa. Okay? And it's the same with a genuine black man. Do I have something that's black here? I'll run. I said it on a previous video. Years ago, I saw somebody that was very close to being black. Black. But none of us is really those colors. It's colors given to us. And because of that, and because of the fact that they want to intermingle us, they brought out race-based laws continually and continually. You know what? South Africa has got more race-based laws than every country in the world. And its race-based laws are based on the fact that the majority is scared of the minority. Not scared like in fighting or in attacking. scared that the minority will flourish. And why are they scared? They are scared because they sit with 30% pass mark. Basically, because they are total failures, they are stupid. But we will ensure that there will be merit-based systems and employment. A new national policy on equal opportunity will be established, ensuring that all citizens have access to the same rights and opportunities, with a focus on merit-based systems in employment, education, and economic development. If you are not clever enough to become a doctor, become something else. Don't think of yourself more highly than what you ought to. That's in the Bible, Romans chapter 12. If you cannot become a doctor, if you don't have the smarts, become something else where you can at least earn a living. Don't try to be something that you're not. And that's what's happened in South Africa. We've employed people that cannot do the job. They cannot do the job. It's as simple as that. A national program will be introduced to promote social healing, understanding, and reconciliation between different racial and ethnic groups. This program will include community dialogues, education, and outreach efforts aimed at bridging divides. Now, our reconciliation will be a truth commission, firstly. Then the reconciliation that will take place is, what's bothering you in the workplace? What's bothering you in the workplace? That's the reconciliation that must take place. No more race-based laws, simply merit and what you have achieved. John, good morning, brother. And that's it. That's it for that document. That's an important document. Now, something that we will do that will improve our lifestyles, right? You guys must understand that I'm laying a foundation for a federal alliance where there is supervisory government for every nation, right? Look at this. I spoke to some teachers about 2 weeks ago, and they spoke about their wages. And I said to them, if we drop the tax, personal tax, will your wages then be sufficient? Immediately they smiled from ear to ear. Drop the personal tax and we will not only survive, we will flourish. Okay, now the United Cape States' financial team has worked out how much we need for a governing body to ensure that the country runs properly. We only need 5%. Actually 3%. Lizelle, good morning. Actually, we need 3%. So we say, okay, we take 5 because we need to build, right? Rudy, good morning. So we have an executive order. It's called the National Taxation Reform Act, the NTRA. It's the abolition of personal income tax and the implementation of 5% on goods, services, and transaction tax. So it's transactional tax. You buy something, it's 5%. All right? You sell something, it's 5%. You do a type of work, like plumbing, that type of thing. There's an action taking place. It's a selling of a product. Your skills, it's 5%. That's how we're going to work it out. The current tax system, based on high personal income taxes and an inefficient tax structure, has resulted in widespread economic stagnation. This incentivized work and investment and has contributed to the high levels of unemployment and underemployment in the nation. A tax system that encourages entrepreneurship, boosts consumption, and provides a more equitable distribution of the tax burden is essential for stimulating economic growth, creating jobs, and increasing the standard of living for all citizens. Let's look at it from a different angle. Let's say your personal income tax per month, and I'm not joking, some of these people pay up to 10,000 Rand personal income tax per month. If I say to you, you don't have to pay tax, and you keep that 10,000 Rand, what are you going to do with it? You're going to do a few different things with it. You're going to partly invest some of it. Then you're going to go and buy that shoes that you desperately wanted all your life. Or you're going to go purchase those garage tools that you have needed and have wanted for quite a long time. Now, on those tools and on those shoes, etc., you're going to pay 5% tax. So, we increase the level of our economy and still get some tax back. Does it make sense? We increase the level of the economy and still get some tax back. Will that not be sufficient for a country to survive on? Of course it will. Not only that, when it comes to governmental positions and stuff like that, there will be a ceiling of wages. You know, the CEO of a company, let's say it's a thriving company. In what life does the CEO get paid 200 million and his employees only get 15,000, 20,000, 30,000 a month? In what scenario do you get that? So there will be equity wages structures based on performance and based on the amount of workers that you have in your place. Equity-based, equality-based, right? It's a semi-social construct, semi-socialism. The CEO has still got the highest position, so he still gets the best wage. And the person that's sweeping with the broom in the company gets the living wage. The board of the company gets a certain amount of profit, which is determined by them. But if they are crazy, then the government will also prevent that. We will. You see, we will prevent corruption and theft on every level. If you have a manager in your office, and that manager is not capable of being able to fly at least twice per year to other destinations, at least twice, then you're paying your CEO and your board too much money. So there's a semi-socialism type of thing that needs to come in to bring correction and equality. The manager cannot expect to get the same wage as the CEO. And the broom sweeper cannot expect to get the same wage as the accountant. So we'll have to work out some system that brings equality, based, of course, on the company's performance. You cannot pay your employees hundreds of thousands of rands and the company goes down the toilet. You can't do that. So something must be worked out so that there can be proper equality, fair equality, merit-based equality. Right? So we need a tax system that encourages entrepreneurship. If you get more money, you're going to improve your business. If you get more money, you might take another idea and run with that as well. Right? A proposed tax structure will ensure a fair, or the proposed tax structure will ensure a fair, simplified, and transparent system for generating revenue, reducing administrative burdens, and promoting a competitive business environment. Why must the taxman have his fingers in your retirement fund? It's money that you worked hard for, that you're going to retire with, live out the rest of the days of your life. Let's say your retirement fund is at least $1 million, $2 million, or $3 million, or whatever the case may be, and you're going to retire. And all the days of your life you've been renting a house, but you've got this retirement fund. The chances are that you are going to purchase a house, or a boat, or a new car. The chances are very good for that to happen. And when that happens, there's 5% tax involved. So does the government ever lose? No. But what we have is a stagnant economy, corrupted officials, and policies that just won't work. So, the abolishing of personal income tax. With immediate effect, the personal income tax will be repealed. This includes all forms of taxation on individual earnings, including wage, salary, and other personal income taxes. No person in the new nation will be subject to taxation based on their personal earnings, whether for employment, self-employment, or other income sources. So I said there's self-employment as well. Introduction of a single transactional-based tax to replace personal income taxes. A flat rate tax of 5% will be applied uniformly across all goods, services, and financial transactions. This tax will be assessed at the point of sale, service provision, or transaction completion, and will apply to both consumer and business-to-business transactions. Just as we are going to be transparent with the tax, so you must be transparent with your tax declarations. Right? As a company. As somebody providing services, goods, and so on. Goods tax, a 5% tax will be applied to the sale of all goods, both domestically produced and imported. This will include tangible products such as food, clothing, electronics, vehicles, and other retail goods. Retailers will be responsible for collecting and remitting this tax to the national government at the point of sale. Services tax, a 5% tax will be applied to the provision of all services, including professional services, financial advising, legal services, skilled labor, hospitality services, entertainment services, and other consumer services. Service providers, including freelancers and contractors, will be required to collect and remit this tax for the services they provide to clients. Transactions tax, the 5% tax will also apply to financial transactions such as real estate deals, business mergers, purchases of stocks or bonds, and the transfer of goods or services between businesses or individuals. Implementation and compliance. Business registration and tax compliance. All businesses, whether small or large, will be required to register with the National Tax Authority for the purposes of tax collection. The NTA will provide businesses with clear guidelines for remitting the tax and ensuring compliance with the new system. Businesses will be required to issue receipts that reflect the 5% tax on all transactions. Tax collection and distribution. The National Tax Authority, or the NTA, will oversee the collection of the 5% on tax or on goods, services, and transactions. The tax revenue will be used to fund essential government services, including healthcare, education, infrastructure, development, and national defense. So your tax is going to work for you properly, right? Support for small businesses and entrepreneurs. Special provisions will be made for small businesses and new entrepreneurs, including simplified registration processes, minimal regulatory burdens, support programs to help them navigate the new tax system. Financial literacy programs will be offered to help citizens and businesses understand their obligations under the new tax regime. Long-term tax reform strategy. Progressive tax incentives for investments. To further stimulate economic growth, long-term tax incentives will be introduced for investments in infrastructure, education, technology, and green energy sectors. These incentives will encourage businesses to reinvest their earnings into the national economy. Review and adjustment. The new tax system will be reviewed annually to ensure that it is achieving the desired economic outcomes. Adjustments to the rate or the scope of the tax may be made based on economic conditions and the effectiveness of the system in raising the necessary revenue for national priorities. I like the number 7, but I'm sticking to number 5 for now. All right? Isn't it amazing that been there for a moment because some person tried phoning me before 8 o'clock with no name. I've got Truecaller on my phone. If your name don't come up, I do not answer your phone. You want to speak to me and I don't have your number, you send me a WhatsApp first. Then I'll decide if I want to speak to you. So that is the tax system, right? That's the tax system. And we want to get the tax correct, and we want to get the race-based laws correct. We really want to build this country into something that is a jewel in the world. Andrew, good morning. We want to really build something that is a jewel in the world, right? So let's just become a part of something that's far bigger than ourselves, man. You know? I say that on all the videos. We want to be part of something that's really bigger than ourselves. I'll look at the next lot. I'm going to skip these two because we can speak about it on Friday, the national health care and then the national integration of natural medicine. Andrew. And, but this is also an important one that I've got here. Let me see how many, this is a lot of pages, so I won't be able to do this one. This is 5 pages, okay? But this one is the establishing of our own intranet. Establishing our own intranet, right? So that we are not screwed over by Google and things like that. We establish a national intranet, whereas the internet can only be accessed for the correct purposes. Right? For education, for whatever. Die ouens met die slim dik brille sal vir ons sê hoe. But we need to establish our own internet that works without. You see, the internet can break down worldwide, but it won't break down in your own country. You see, you could still communicate in your own country where the internet is down. And they can close off the internet with a switch, man. So we can just build our own intranet. We'll have the technological know-how when the time comes. So that's something that we'll touch on in a new video. But we've got a lot to go through. Healthcare, natural medicine, intranet, central bank, financial reform, national broadcasting system, reform of the national airline. That is a sore point for me, the international airline. I want to see the Springbok on my flippin' flat, man. Hey, you guys understand what I'm saying? I want to see the Springbok on orange, white, and blue. Here we go. I want to see that on our planes. And we can actually paint the whole plane orange, white, and blue. Eh? Orange on the top, white in the center, and blue at the bottom. Or an orange, white, and blue angled stripe going down the center of the plane or something. So that we can have pride in our airlines. But that's a story for another day. Alright? That's a story for another day. Send out this video to all whom you need to send it out to. And if you haven't joined yet on Facebook, do so. Right? Do so. We need your support. I'm going to be relaunching the rugby app. You know, when you work on a project and you're not happy with the project, you know, I've made a lot of changes. I've simplified the app, made a lot of changes. You love it. And if you've already bought into the app, your finances is going to, your payment per month is going to drop. And you're going to have access to everything, right? You're going to have access to everything. And especially with this rivalry tour coming up. So, join the Federal Alliance. It's $56 a month. Get the rugby app on your phone. Right? I'll advertise that from tomorrow onwards when we update the teams for the weekend. And I'll also make a video for what the app is looking like now. I like no by a spiff. I'll do it. Oh, crap. Ish, what a morning. Knocking on the phone over as well. So we want to be Freelanders, don't we? Then we are Boer Afrikaners, English, etc., etc. Venda, Pedi, you name it, Tsonga. And we want self-determination for all our peoples under one umbrella. Under one umbrella. Onder een umbrella. When I speak English, I think in Afrikaans. When I speak Afrikaans, I think in English. With God, unity is strength. Enjoy your Wednesday. Blessings.